Alabama. What this video is, it's just me driving home, showing people road conditions. I've done a few Facebook Lives today, and I did one of these lives on my way to work, so why not do one on the way home from work, right? I'm not going to be able to answer any questions on here, but because I will be watching the road. But anyway, I feel you'll show up here down the road. So here's the view from the parking lot. Let me put my microphone up here closer to me. All right, we got one of you on here. All right, so it'll probably take me about 40 minutes to get home, and we are going to see what lies ahead. And leaving North Huntsville on the Parkway, and it is just snow-packed out here. I'm in a Ford F-250 with four-wheel drive. Let me see if anybody over here needs any help. And we're starting to get more sleet developing on the back edge here. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're used to that, aren't you?
Yeah. I was going to tell him I've done it like 5 times a day.
All right. Have a good night. Be careful. That was weekend sports anchor Cam Durr. I'm in four-wheel drive. I've kind of along the road occasionally tested with it in two-wheel drive, and I really don't get anywhere. So some of this is snow-packed, but when we get back on the interstate, you'll see that some of it's a sheet of ice. And I always kind of like when I first start getting on the road, I'll like, see, I just lock the brakes up there. It's just slick. It is slick. So I would say, whatever your commute is, tomorrow may be totally different though. That's the problem. You get a bunch more cars on the road, and it's going to be a mess. I really think there's going to be a mess. Even though it looks fairly easy with what I'm doing, there's hardly anybody out here. 11 o'clock now. I'm southbound on the access road to the Parkway here. And earlier I actually took the University Drive the whole way. It wasn't too bad, but there's just some ruts out here. And overall, the easiest part about this is the fact that we don't have a lot of cars on the road. But once that changes, like the morning commute, today was a holiday, that was a saving grace on traffic. Because I think it was a situation where people kind of woke up and they're like, well, we didn't get any snow, we didn't get this, that, but there was still all that freezing rain. I-565 in Coleman County is back open. So this would be an issue if I was just two-wheel drive right here, just getting up on the Parkway, that is. And I'm really surprised these are still open, because I've seen them not as bad as this and they still close it. But I guess one of the things when they close the Parkway and 565 elevated, a lot of times they close it so they can treat it. And there's really not much you can do with this. If you don't have a snow plow, you can't really treat this. So again, it's not as bad because I'm like one of the only people on the road. But I can just see a sheet of ice through here. You just want to always decelerate slowly when you get off the ramps, any ramp you're getting off of, and then the entrance ramp. So we're going to get out here on 565 now, heading west. I've seen a lot of people spin out on this in the past. All right. Again, this is where if you have two-wheel drive and you start to fishtail, you just do a complete spin around. I haven't seen anybody wipe out yet. And I've gone to work, back home, and then back to work, and now I'm on my fourth leg of the day, so to speak. But this is just a mess. I mean, it's get a bunch of cars too close together, And something will probably happen tomorrow morning. But I'll be at home sleeping. Again, this is all elevated here. This is all frozen solid underneath this. Man, there's some drifts here too. It's about 8 inches deep in some of this. This is a little deeper than the other side that about an hour ago, I was on the other side coming into work. But, you know, I see more freezing rain here than anything on my windshield. There's been a big nose of warm air about 4,000 feet above the ground, around 40 degrees, and that's why we've had so much sleet on the southern edge of all the precipitation shield. Kind of a ghost town out here. But that's good. It's better than having a bunch of people out here stuck. Again, I'm in a four-wheel drive, Super Duty F-250. It weighs a lot, so that helps too. But it doesn't really help on the back. I have a whole rick of firewood in the back of the truck, and it doesn't help much. Of course, it's pine. It's really dry, so it's not terribly heavy. But over here in the left, I'm going about 40 miles an hour. Over here in the left lane, you see those ruts? That's just ice. So that's deceiving. It makes it look like it's okay to drive on, but I'll stay here on the sleet. You can actually get a little bit more traction on the sleet. And going over this overpass, I'll probably take my foot off the accelerator. Just kind of drift through that. And the reason there's more accumulation there is because it started to accumulate faster, because it just immediately accumulated. But yeah, this is right here. I'm going to slow down a little bit, take you over to this lane. This is a sheet of ice right here. And this looks like more traffic's been here. This is exactly the problem, is every car that drives through here packs this sleet down, and now it's just ice. So I'm going to get off of that. I just slid right off of that. And this, still has some sleet to it, and you can get a little more traction. So there's your tip for the night. That's a sheet of ice. This is a sheet of ice underneath the sleet. And the sleet you can still get some traction on. There's a little snow mixed in there too, but that's about it. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. You're going to get somebody that's impatient. They're going to follow too close and spin out, and then there'll be wrecks. So this is kind of a wet snow that's falling, but it's melting. So it's not quite sleet. It's not quite snow. So it's somewhere between a little bit of freezing rain and snow. Open country here again. Again, if you're tuning in, some of you may be tuning in from all over the world here on YouTube. Like and subscribe. I can't see your comments right now, but I can check through them later. But this is Huntsville, Alabama. North Alabama. Winter storm warning through 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm up to about 40 miles an hour here. I don't think the roads are going to get a whole lot better until we get sun, and that's going to happen Wednesday afternoon. But even then, with the sun setting early still, before 5, it's not going to help a whole lot. And the Thursday system, we're just going to have to watch the model guidance on that. Yeah, it's 16 degrees here now, and those snowflakes, those drops are freezing on the windshield. So that's another thing. So you're going to want to have some kind of de-icer, and I need to turn my defroster up a little more. Warm that windshield up a little bit. But this town, again, is known for a lot of overpasses, especially the Parkway. So again, I'm staying off of that sheet of ice, but it's still not a great drive. every now and then one of these ruts kind of forces me over in the lane. And we don't often get snow here, so it doesn't take much. And the forecast, it was a tough one. We were forecasting about, I think the last one I had was a 3 to 5 inch snow, but the band was only about 80 miles wide, and that band ended up just about 50 miles northwest of Huntsville, and we ended up with a lot of sleet. And then farther south, freezing rain. So the main thing, I'm concerned with when I go into forecast is the impact, and we definitely got that right. This was a big impact. I think most schools are out again tomorrow. I've already had a water pipe burst over at Decatur Middle School, the old high school. And I think we're going to get more and more of that. As we fall, some areas will be single digits and may not even get out of the teens tomorrow. It'll be cloudy all day. Oh, I'm tired now. I'm ready. Get home, get some sleep. These winter storms wear us meteorologists out. I mean, it's not with social media. I mean, it's the whole preparation, the days ahead, the updates ahead, that kind of wear you down. Severe weather's that way too. So again, just kind of staying in this right lane with the left lane just a sheet of ice. At least if I spin out a little bit here, I'll have a little bit more control. I feel like I'm out on a country road. And this is I-565. It's just been good to see that there haven't been a lot of people on the road today. And again, the only reason I'm out here is I'm on my way home from work. And there's a lot of people that have to get to work. And Rocket City Off-Road, you can get with them if you're like a doctor, nurse. And they can get you rides in their Jeep. That's melted a little bit better. More elevated road here. This is usually where all the accidents are on a dry day. People merging Madison Boulevard on 565, trying to go from 90 miles an hour to 50. Big stretch that's elevated here. I could probably sit here and do donuts. I guess there's a video going around on Facebook of HPD doing donuts. It was over in the old Kmart parking lot. By Cabela's here on the right. Again, I'm sorry I can't look at any of your comments as I'm driving down the road. Some of you are probably watching this and watching TV at the same time. That person over there is really struggling. Let's look in the rearview mirror, make sure they're all right. Looks like they are. So I got my chain, I got my tow rope, got my heavy duty gloves. Probably going just a little too fast. Slippery there. I don't know if this guy's throwing salt. No, that's a wrecker. Somebody wiped out. Aldot said that they were going to try to throw some salt out, but that's not even going to help here. Yeah, I'm sliding there. Somebody took out that guardrail earlier today. Just glad there's not too many people out here. I know, sorry I'm kind of boring. It's late at night. Some of you might be bored, that's why you're watching. I'll turn that defroster down. So again, doing about 40 mile an hour, westbound I-565. And I decided I would not wear my suit when I'm driving. So I got my jeans and my hiking boots on in case I gotta pull over and help somebody. I got a slow driver here. I will approach slowly. Yeah, because they're just on ice. Well, right by Sullivan, which turns into Jeff Road. We've got a lot of those roads in North Alabama that start out named one name and they change to another. University turns to Pratt, and then Old Railroad Bed turns, actually, County Line turns to Old Railroad Bed Road. So we approach slowly, down to 30 miles an hour. But I'm also about to cross this overpass, so I really don't want to pass out on the overpass. I may not have much of a choice here. They're going about 20. So I'll get by him before that. First from Tennessee. There we go. Yeah, I passed him about 35 miles an hour. Here comes that overpass. That car was a little car too. Zert Road overpass. Everything's pretty much closed up for the rest of the night. I think Waffle House is still open though. That actually sounds really good. Some hash browns. Yeah, this is rough here. Toyota Field over there on the left, Town Madison. This construction site. Again, I really want to avoid that ice, but then again, I don't want to slip and hit this concrete barrier either. So we'll compromise here. This is going to be a mess tomorrow. I mean, it already is a mess, but I mean, it gets even colder tonight. We'll try this for a little bit. I love that remote start though. You get to start the truck up, give it about 15 minutes. Thaws out. I had a big blanket covering the whole front cab of the windshield, so that helped. I got a lot more traffic coming up behind me. That poor little car. I'm just looking backwards. And the sleet's picking back up again. I saw this on the radar coming in. There's one little burst coming up out of Decatur. So I'll probably have this all for the rest of the way home. There's the new entry ramp coming along pretty nice. It'll be nice when they get all this done out here. But they're just going to keep building. And it's still cruising right about 40 miles an hour. Some of this is freezing rain. I don't like sleet or freezing rain, but freezing rain is like the worst because that's what gets on your power lines. Haven't had any power outage issues reported. Hoping TVA can keep the power on. We'll find out tomorrow because that's when the biggest surge on the power grid is going to be, when it gets really, really cold and those heating units, they don't have a very well rested, so they just stay on. So I would recommend maybe lowering that thermostat a little bit. Another overpass here. Yeah, there's a car coming up behind me that's coming way too fast. Maybe they'll be getting off on this exit. Yeah, it gets so cold that I didn't have this problem earlier. But we're starting to get the windshield icing up. Just glad I put all that new de-icer in. Because I just got back from Kansas and I was all prepared. Oh good, that car's exiting. Man, they were probably going 50 mile an hour. I'm down to 30 again because this is just icy. I've been on this kind of stretch many times in the past in the winter weather, and it's always interesting, especially when it's really icy. You get that one person that comes flying by, and then they spin out right in front of you. Man, this person coming up behind me is too fast. Let them go by. Way too fast for me. And that's a little bitty car, man. If they get in the ditch, they're not getting out. And I really can't hook up to that and pull them out. Yeah, that freezing rain is sticking bad. The Huntsville International Airport exit here. It's like just a stalled vehicle on the side of the road. But yeah, windshield's icing up again. I'm up to about 45 miles an hour because I got a truck kind of pushing me behind me. Semi. All it takes is one of these guys to just spin out and they're done. And this is where the road just kind of turns a little bit. Sometimes that's just enough to break your tires loose. And four-wheel drive or not, you're sliding. Here's our exit, County Line Road. Let this semi go by me now. Again, I'm in no hurry, and I usually am, so this is not like me to be slow. I'd rather just make it home. This is tricky here. Bobtail rig. Yuck. That's all I can say. I mean, it's pretty, but the freezing rain's no fun. And this exit here, this is really tight. And let's see, yeah, there's hardly any lights here either. Yeah, this is a really tight exit. I'm sure we've had some people wipe out on this already today. This is kind of a tough little exit on a dry day. I know in the rain people wipe out on this thing all the time. And some of these roads just in Madison, I don't know what it is, but they're just slick after it hadn't rained for a while. I know that Mill Road area onto Balch is a mess. Yeah, they still haven't put any lights on this exit. I thought that was just crazy. Because this is, I mean, when there's not snow on the ground, this is really, really dark. I figured that should be like code. But soon there'll be businesses all over here and there'll be plenty of lights. That wasn't too bad. All right, get on County Line Road in the city of Madison. Still got about 10 miles to go or so. Bourbon waiting at home. Hot tub. I like hot tubbing with the snow out. I'm just gonna see if I can slam on my brakes here to stop. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Gonna get a little more traction in the sleet. Let's see, we're stopped. I can check. I got 140 on here. Hey, thanks. Burning the midnight oil. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll take you down County Line Road here. And don't forget to subscribe and like. All that YouTube language I'm learning. Green arrow. Still dealing with that freezing. 16 degrees. When I came by here earlier, there was a guy with no shirt on the other side of this hill. And it looks like I get to let another person pass me. Maybe, we'll see. Probably going to go for the single barrel jack tonight. It's got that night to it. The feel. Might have to be a double. This still is not worse than what I was going through when I came back from Kansas. I was in Tulsa. And I think it was worse because I was just surrounded by morning rush hour traffic. And people were spinning out everywhere. And it was the strangest thing. I was like, if you saw somebody smashing someone with a hammer, would you stay in line to get hit by that hammer? It's like Pavlov's dogs. Yeah, here's the bridge over the railroad tracks up here. That person behind me turned off. But yeah, this road is just a mess. That's just what you get when it's 16 degrees and it's snowed and sleeted just about all day. It was all day. I know some of you are just watching for the accidents. Okay, it's on the other side of this bridge. I doubt the guy's still out there without a shirt on, but we'll see. Like a Buffalo Bills fan or something. Slow down here at the top. All right, we got flashing lights. Good, I like that. I don't have to stop. Yeah, there was a guy on the right side of the road and the guy on the left side of the road over here didn't have a shirt on. Maybe he's at the hospital. One of those. He was real excited about the snow, though. Maybe he got into the bourbon a little earlier. Yeah, I'm going about 35, 40 mile an hour. Again, there's no one around me, so I feel comfortable at this speed. But I keep getting freezing rain on the windshield. Oh man, another yawn. I haven't been this way on. The reason I kind of wanted to show everyone the road conditions over here too, but in northern Madison County, I usually go down Douglas Road, and it's got this big hill, and I imagine it's not very good. There's probably cars that have spun out on that. And that's what I'm trying to avoid, is just to run into a traffic jam of people. Like on I-65 northbound was a mess. And it was all because there were a few accidents and it just bottlenecked everybody. And that stretch of road's bad on a dry day. Just a little too warm for me now. Yeah, this is ice here. Again, anytime you can actually see the blacktop, it's not dry, it's ice. And I'm not going to take Sam Thomas Road either, because it's got two big hills, and my son got stuck there the last time. So those things to think about if you're going to get out in the morning. Think about every little hill you're going to be on. Do you have two-wheel drive? If you do, I mean, they're not treating anything, and you can't really. The thing is, they pre-treated a lot of this. Once you get to a certain temperature, brine does not work anymore unless they add I forget what chemical it is, but salt, even salt is ineffective at a certain temperature. I think it goes down to the single digits though, maybe, but I'm no salt expert. I know my window's freezing up again. Going by the Sonic. So it's really good. I haven't seen anybody spin out. There's been no wrecks on any of my videos. That's been good. Shows everybody staying home. And if I didn't have this four-wheel drive, I'd probably be stuck at the station or staying in a hotel in Huntsville. That's what a lot of the other folks are doing. See what they're missing out on? This 30-mile-an-hour drive home. So it takes me about 45 minutes instead of the normal 24. It's not bad. Who knows? I may try Douglas Road tomorrow in the sunshine. Well, I don't when it's daylight, because the sun won't be out. I know, sorry, it's not very exciting. But hey, it's something to watch. I know you were looking for something to do, right? Tune into the YouTube channel. I guess the Buccaneers put it to the Eagles today. I was glad to see that. I'm a Bucs fan, and I didn't give them a prayer because they've just been terrible. But not as bad as Philly. Philly just went on a huge downward spiral. I'm not sure what's going on there. And then Dallas, man. That whole division kind of tanked. All right, we are approaching Gillespie, I believe. The new Circle K. When they had they were testing the sign, or they were just building that, both the gas at $9.99, and my mother-in-law was in town. She's like, "You guys pay $9 a gallon?" I was like, "Oh no, they're testing the sign." Down to 15 degrees. It keeps getting colder. By the Publix over here on the left. And then this is the turn to go to Liberty Middle School. Doc Murphy. I'm losing the battle of the ice here on my windshield. And that's something you may lose tomorrow. Again, well, there won't be any more precipitation falling tomorrow, except maybe some of that river-enhanced snow. And sometimes you can even get that industrial park on the north side of Decatur, those plumes of condensation that come out, that can actually... I've seen stories about at least other power plants that there'll be snow that's enhanced from that when it gets so cold. So that wouldn't surprise me if you get some of that over in Decatur just from the smokestacks. the steam, because I mean that's what you need, a cloud basically. We're getting here on the north side of Madison. About to get out into the country and back in the hood. I'm ready to get home. Sleep in tomorrow. Unless I get woke up by the family group text messages in the morning. Okay, I'm slipping a little bit here. Slow down. Buy the new Kroger. Diesel there, $3.89. I've been getting diesel out on Highway 53. It's $3.55. Yeah, that's one of the challenges of a diesel. You got to pay about $1 more per gallon. Okay, we've reached Highway 72, aka University Drive. And I'm changing to Old Railroad Bed Road. It's like the Mapco's still open. And that's about it. Gas stations and Waffle House. That's it. Next challenge is this hill, and that's about it. Then we're home free. Because this goes downhill up here. Again, if you're joining from somewhere else in the country, this is Madison County, Alabama, approaching harvest, where we have had about 1.5 inches of snow and probably 2 inches of sleet, and that sleet's been packed down. And that's what's happening on the interstate, is that it's all been packed down, and it's one lane is a sheet of ice, and it's deceptive because it looks like it's the lane of travel you should take, but it's really not. Passing the Red Barn Animal Hospital. Yeah, so here's that hill. And the thing is on the edges here, the car in front of me slowed down quite a bit. There's like no rails, so if you slide off, you're going down 20 feet into the ravine. Yeah, it's a little chunky here too. That might be a Madison County Sheriff's deputy in front of me. One of those Chargers. I'll keep my distance. Again, more chunky sleet snow mix on the road. I'm slipping and sliding. Yeah, this is a mess, especially when you get traffic, because it's almost down to like one lane here. But I mean, you just slow down when you get another car coming your way. Nobody's out in the middle of the night enjoying the snow. I had a lot of great pictures today and videos of people out enjoying the snow. And I know you guys didn't get any snow down there in Marshall or DeKalb County. I'm sliding there on that. It's kind of a controlled slide. Capshaw Road ahead. And I imagine Old Railroad Bed Road, it gets even worse the farther north you go on this road here. Because the accumulations get higher, close to 6 inches in far northern limestone in Madison County. Just a regular old Charger. All right, we're almost there. Whoop. Slipped again. Again, I'm slipping in four-wheel drive, so all four wheels are slipping. Again, two things are happening here. There's more traffic that's been on this road packing it down. That and the temperatures are getting a lot colder. Yeah, see, here's the other thing. You get out here in the county, and on the side of this road, there's ditches on both sides. So if you get off this road, you're done. You're stuck for a while. That or you're taking out a mailbox. Getting close to Endeavor Elementary. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more snow pack out this way. Probably closer to 2 inches of snow and 1.5 inches of sleet. But you know, if we didn't have all that sleet, we'd have had a good 6-inch snow here. And the models really struggle with the precip type for a while. Oh, slip there. Yeah, I'm slipping a lot more than I was earlier today. Whoa. This is going to get a lot worse tonight. Because just in the hour and a half since I've been on this same road, it's gotten a lot slicker. Here it is, 11:40. And there is Endeavor Elementary. I'm just glad this doesn't happen very often, but I am ready for spring. I'm slipping. Almost home. And nobody else is in the ditch either, so that's good. Yeah, the subdivision pretty much looks just like the road. Yeah, earlier I put in two-wheel drive, tried to take off from here, and it didn't like it. Didn't want to go. I think that's just the sound of the sleet coming up off the tires. Little drifts of snow in here. Yeah, if you got two-wheel drive, you're not getting through that. I'm sliding all around this curve. I feel like I'm off-roading. I have a little fun, I guess. Son's leaving for Auburn in the morning. I'm pretty much telling him he should probably leave late morning, like 10:30. Southbound 65. Once you get out of Coleman County, I think you're probably going to be okay. Although they are getting some freezing rain down in Birmingham tonight. They should have a good handle on everything by at least 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Just take it slow. He's got four-wheel drive trucks, so he should be good. He's got mud tires too, so he'll be better prepared, I guess. But again, when you're dealing with ice, truck actually slows down pretty good. It's a heavy, heavy truck. 3/4 ton. Yeah, and you want to watch out in your subdivisions and things like that. You never know if kids are going to be playing in golf carts or Odysseys, go-karts, you name it, driving around, BMX bikes. Oh, we're almost home. Everybody's like, Brad's home. You just hear the snow packing down. Slip sliding there. I just like to back in. Hey, appreciate you guys tuning in. Whoa, that was almost bad. I still had it in reverse. Wow, that would not have been good. Yeah, because I was like, why is the garage door moving? Ah, yeah, it's whiskey time. You guys take care. And watch out for the other guy or gal tomorrow. My garage door doesn't like what's going on, so it doesn't close automatically. Again, like, subscribe, and we'll do it all again some other time. I probably won't do much tomorrow unless it's a mess on my way to work and there's people spinning out everywhere. All right. See you guys later. Take care. Appreciate it.